Let me hit record real quick.
Yeah, the fingerprints on your screen look like an entire landscape.
Shh, be quiet.
Well, you're not going to want to use this audio.
Right, and like getting inbound.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at another PBS at the Bitcoin Commons.
Yeah, we're at the Commons this week, man. And
After last week's debacle,
I didn't.
Dude, they were so pissed, dude. They were so pissed.
About what?
Got him for a while. Right?
There was no getting them. It never started as like a meetup. It was just like a podcast that like maybe one or two of us would show up, and then it slowly became like an event where like 30 something people would show up. But that happened like gradually, then suddenly, right?
Yeah.
So
Are we live?
yeah, we're live. But
Are we gonna get to go back to Apple? Is it never?
yeah, I don't think so. Luckily, Parker came through and was like, "Yeah, you guys can do it here." So shout out to Parker Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Parker.
Giving us the space.
This is a better setup.
Yeah, I think it is, right?
It's totally better.
Yeah, the
It means
background.
the trash
It's more intimate, like a little family.
Yeah.
This is a family-friendly show now, everybody.
Wasn't it always for kids?
Only when Kyle's watching.
Well, there's a
Or-
swear jar, so
Yeah, but only one person pays into it.
What's that? Bitcoin and market at the Commons. But yeah, we almost got canceled. Luckily, Parker came through and then helped us out. So,
Shout out to Parker. So,
yeah.
how's your week been?
It's been really busy, man. Like, we had a lot of stuff going on. We're dealing with the move, trying to get to this new space over here, and then the website we're building, and then all the stuff that we got lined up in August. So Logan's been hard at work too, with a lot of the editing and stuff that we have, with all this footage that we shot in Mexico. So it's been a busy week.
Awesome, man.
Huh? Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me.
yeah.
Constantine.
Our sponsors.
I was waiting for you to. First, I want to thank our sponsor, Voltage. Get to Voltage if you guys want to build on Lightning. If you need Flow, if you need all their products. I know. Are you Stats for Tips on
Voltage, yeah.
It's on Voltage. We got Topher in the house. Stats for Tips. He's doing that on Voltage. But yeah, I think is it pretty easy to use?
It's very easy to use.
Very easy to use.
Yeah. Over can use it. It's gotta be easy to use.
Yeah, so like if you guys are any devs or any plebs that are looking to build or even run up a node too, right, Nick? Like, and you can just go and
We just upgraded to Taproot.
oh, they did? Oh wow, that's big. So Taproot upgrade. So yeah, check out voltage.cloud. Thank you again for sponsoring the show.
Yeah. Thank you, Voltage. But yeah, this was a good week. I would say that there was a little bit of Bitcoin drama in the news, but on terms
What
of
drama?
no drama, don't worry about it. But in terms of good news, the EPA thing got struck down, so they can't go after miners willy nilly, and so that's a win for Bitcoin miners all across the United States. So that's one thing that I think is going to be really awesome, especially for the Bitcoin friendly states like Wyoming, Texas, probably Montana, Oklahoma. Yeah, so all of these states that have a lot of Bitcoin
Tennessee
mining.
too, or no?
I don't know about Tennessee,
Oh, wow.
but I know that there's Bitcoin mining happening out there in Arizona, I want to say. And so all of these places, you know, like
Kentucky, you said?
Kentucky. Yeah, just all over the place, there's going to be more and more friendly towards Bitcoin miners just to stabilize the grid. And with the EPA getting their overbearing things shut down, gives us more opportunity for us to be able to stabilize the grid and across the entire United States. And
Yeah, that's cool. I wasn't really, didn't really follow it, but yeah, that was a big thing this week, right? That kind of swept under the radar.
yeah, it swept under the radar. Some of the Twitter spaces that I would jump in, they were talking about it, and I dug into a little bit, and I said, you know what? This is a win for America. And so we needed that.
Yeah. I think the other thing we want to talk about today was so they were shooting a movie here at the Commons and at Pleb Lab this week. I don't know if you guys were around when that was happening. What's up with all these documentaries, bro? Like,
I don't know.
coming into Austin?
When are
like-
they coming out?
I know the one that Bitcoiner Movie Guy's doing. I know that's like August slated, but this other one, this other documentary was kind of like out of the blue.
Do they have a name yet? Is it like low key?
For which one?
The one that was here.
I don't know the name.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it's like Bitcoin focused. Like,
I think that one, from what I heard, was like Bitcoin and crypto focused, where it's like they're trying to. I mean, I don't know anything.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of crypto documentaries. Like if you go on YouTube,
Yeah,
they're not very good.
No,
yeah.
they're
I
not.
don't know. I don't know. I saw them around, but I think in those situations, I feel like I just keep working. I don't even pay attention to it, but it's kind of hard not to.
With the boot mic hanging over your head.
Right.
Listening on your conversation.
Yeah. I feel bad for what I said like back last year when they were recording us. Shit. I don't even feel that same way about a lot of things. So we'll see if that makes the movie. Yeah. Live and learn.
Yeah, live and learn, man.
But
So-
yeah, that was an interesting thing that came out this week. And then somebody's cloning me on Telegram.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know, dude.
I'll
The evil
talk
car.
about my experience with the guy. So
really?
yeah, he
Oh wow.
homie hit me up. He's like, "Hey Thomas," and I was like, "Hey," and that was my only answer. He's like, "So are you busy?" And I was like, "What do you need?" And he's like, "I want to buy some coin," and I was, "What the hell are you talking about, man?" Like that just went so weird in so many different ways. And I just asked him like a really basic question. I said, "You sound like a scammer, so I just want to confirm if you're
Boss.
my friend." And I just asked him 2 questions for him to answer about car, and he then blocked me. And I was like, "All right, well, that was a really easy solution."
It was weird too because apparently he had called Simon, and Simon was talking to him, and he was like, "This is not you." Like he like and he goes, and I know you don't have a Strike account because I don't have a Strike account. So he's like, "So I don't know who this is," but and then he like hung up and he blocked the number.
Wow.
The dude was like actually harassing people.
I wonder if it's somebody.
I hope not. I try not to think that, but I think it's more people are hurting right now and they're trying to scam, and
Yeah.
we're all public facing to a certain extent. I think it's.
The guy first showed up really early.
What do you mean?
Like, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, I think it's the same guy that I encountered.
Wait, did you meet him?
Telegram channel started.
Did you meet him?
Well, yeah, back then, not.
What you mean? Actually, you met the real
Well, no,
person?
I didn't meet the guy.
Oh wow.
But I encountered him in Telegram. And he
Okay.
had the same style. Very busy.
That's not even how I talk. That's so weird.
Well, I didn't actually know you well enough.
Back then,
Yeah.
that's
really,
funny.
to really tell. So it took me a bit.
Yeah, I'll never. If I ever ask you guys anything, it'll be through the Telegram first, or through our Keep Austin Pleb. Like I'll ask out. I'm probably giving the strategy of how I do things, but no, typically I'll ask out. But I'm probably already talking to you like personally and like said, "Hey, I need your help with this or something." So it's like literally, and it's always just for services or whatever we need done. Like I
Yeah,
don't know, man.
it was weird because right when I got yours, maybe a minute or 2 later, I had somebody from the Orange Pill podcast from Max and Stacy. Like I'm in their Telegram group. Somebody from that one hit me up and was like, "Hey man, are you into NFTs?" And I was like,
Whoa,
"Get
dude.
wrecked, buddy. Like let me destroy you real quick." And I eventually just dragged him through the mud for about 10 minutes and then blocked him.
Yeah,
But
it's kind of weird. That's my first time ever going through that. I was just kind of weirded out. I'm sure
How do you feel having your identity stolen from Telegram?
it wasn't stolen. I just feel bad for the people that he scammed. That's what
Yeah.
I feel bad for. It's like, I think he said that. Like, what did he say in the Telegram group? He said, "I already made my money," and then he took off like a bandit. I was like, dang.
Dang, man, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think I managed to ban him this time. Like
You
last
did?
time, he disappeared before I could ban him. So
yeah.
Well, always
Yeah.
confirm in the
Yeah, and-
main Telegram
and, like,
group, guys.
We'll never ask you guys for money. Like,
Nah.
so. Oh, that was a good point. Yeah, I saw that you put that in there. Thank you for doing that, Nick. Like, yeah, just look at the QR code. Yeah. It's an old one. I'm not gonna change it at this point.
You never know. Somebody, it could be your legitimate account. So I always come back to like, what is the behavior?
Oh yeah, that's true.
We should follow like that too.
What's my safe word?
Keep out the character.
Well, I think it's always the inside jokes that we have, right? So you could literally ask me an inside joke that only we know. So I think like that's a good way. Yeah, see, like that. We'll know that one. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
But yeah,
Kyle is so everybody knows Kyle's getting married, right? At this point, he sent me over a picture of his suit. I want y'all's opinion.
I mean, this weekend?
No, not this weekend. Just later this year. So this is what
Not
he's
with
this is
those
what he's
biceps.
this is what he's thinking, dude. Honest opinion, guys.
Oh, yeah. Only Kyle can pull it up.
It's gonna be sleeveless. No, it's not gonna be sleeveless. It's pink. And then he said he wanted to put this like in the middle, so like a turquoise.
Make it orange for Bitcoin. Yeah, that's
And then he wants it to. I don't know why did he send me that? You're gross, Tristan. But yeah, it's gonna be a pink suit.
it is all safe for work pictures. I can confirm.
So that's not Kyle, by the way. But, yeah.
You sent me that. I can put it on the stream.
Oh, you can? Here, let me send it to you.
Awesome.
What do you think of it?
I think it looks good, man. I think depending on where he's getting married and the colors for the wedding, I think it's fun to jazz it up a little bit because the lady usually wears just like a white or a beige dress, so it gives the opportunity for the man to spice things up, I guess you could say. And so then I always remember of Dumber Dumber, the blue and the orange. I'm just like, come on, man! Like these guys know what they're doing, just walking in those tuxes and just owning the place. So
I bet it's gonna look like in the WWE when the wrestlers put on a suit for like
yeah,
and they just fill it out so much.
it's just like you really see that they're just massive.
Sent to you. Yeah, Logan's gonna put it up for the audience on watching live stream. Yeah. Looks like there's somebody else down there. Michael? That's somebody? Okay.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah. If you guys are coming in, put it in the Telegram chat. I think that's always hard. You sent me a direct message.
But yeah, congratulations to Kyle for getting married.
Yeah, congratulations.
It's a huge accomplishment.
He's like
and
super in love with her, dude.
yeah, I mean, here's the
It's
thing.
good. It's good, man. It's good.
In the Bitcoin community, I think it's obviously something that's important to all of us is like, we don't think just for ourselves, we think for our generation and like who's coming after us, either in our own family or, for the rest of the humanity group, for the rest of humanity. And so when we have that mindset, we look at marriage and, being together with somebody that you love as just being an important thing. And so major props to Kyle, once again, showing the way for all of us plebs that are flying solo. And yeah.
I'd say get out there, guys. Like get
Yeah.
out there and start dating, man. There's nothing wrong with it. Right, Shane?
Damn right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think now's the time. Actually, it's 20,000 again, so we're all getting girlfriends again. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's another reason to do it.
No, it's time to stack the stats, man, or the sats.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with dating. I think just dating, figuring it out is like the way to do it.
It is.
I think at this point, like it's gonna be hard times. You're definitely gonna want to cozy up with somebody during these hard times. Makes it a little easier. Entice? I don't know. Solicit? I don't know. What's up?
But-
We have everybody come up here and give their little thing.
Yeah. Well, there is what is it? Bitcoin is love or whatever, the Twitter gal. Love is Bitcoin. Yeah, she's big into just putting out those memes and
Hey, what's
talking
up,
about
Michael?
it. What's up, everybody?
What's up, guys? But yeah, I think that's all we got on the list. We had stats for tips.
Yeah.
You
Topher,
want
you want
to talk about it, Topher?
Oh, I mean, it's live.
Come up here and talk
Come
about
up.
it. Come up here. Let's talk about it. Let me see if I can pull it up on the screen.
Your table shrank a little bit.
Stats for tips. I'll send it to you, Logan. So I don't know if you can bring it up, but let me see here. Or I'll just throw it in the chat. Throw it in the chat, Logan.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, everything
yeah,
works.
dude. Like this is it right here. If none of y'all can see it, when Logan's pulling it up right now. But Topher's been working on this since was it before the hackathon or after the hackathon?
It was pretty much the hackathon.
The hackathon?
Yeah.
Cool.
So 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, dude, it looks really good, man. Austin, did you help out with this too, Austin?
Yeah. Austin did. Yeah.
So how does it work? So I
Yeah, Jacob.
hit login, right?
Yeah.
And then
that's a Lightning login.
so
I can add email login.
No, that's fine. So I can just
That's
go
on
with
the
my
list.
wallet of Satoshi, right? So let me go to my wallet of Satoshi.
Well, Satoshi does not support
Okay.
LUDO4 Lightning login.
This is where.
I messaged them about that.
All right, let me see. Can I use Zeus? Yeah.
I don't know. Does Zeus support Lightning
I
login?
think I logged into it last time with Zeus.
Let's try it.
See if my node's
Yeah.
down. But
Phoenix
tell us
works.
about it. Topher, like what was your mindset behind it? I know you talked about shiners before, but
Yeah, so like it's been a number of times that we've been out, and Shiners is like the biggest example. Like we would go out, we'd have a good time, get some drinks, pay with Bitcoin, which is amazing.
right.
But the waitress would always kind of have a dirty look on her face because they can't accept tips through Bitcoin. So that's always been like a pain point. It's kind of one of those things where it's like one of the benefits of Bitcoin is one of its faults because it's cash final. They can't like leave the sort of your balance open and then add the tips on later. They
Right.
have to close it out right then and there. And there's like something weird about, actually, I just kind of figured out why this is last night. But the restaurant can't take custody of the money. There's like a lot of legalese around that whole
interesting.
aspect of it. Yeah. So like the restaurant can't take custody of the tip money. It has to go straight to the servers. So it's a big problem because like they want their money for the drinks you're buying or the food, but they can't take the tips. So that's a separate transaction. So now is the waitress going to take her wallet out, and now the waitress is going to do this whole separate thing. So it's always been an issue. And we typically just like paid them in cash, or we like, oh, we'll buy the next one with our credit card and we'll tip
Yeah.
you that way. So it's always been a problem. So yeah, so
So
then
you made
I
it.
decided to build this.
Do you have it up on screen, Logan? Sats for tips? Okay. Well, anyway, so like it looks like this here. Well, you get to the login page and then you authenticate it. I'm going to authenticate it with Blue Wallet. Hopefully Blue Wallet works.
Yeah, anybody that supports Lightning Login. But not a lot of wallets support
Yeah,
Lightning
dude.
Login. That's the thing.
What's up with that, bro? Why
Yeah.
is that?
We need to start pushing LNURL adoption. Nick
Oh, wait,
actually
wait. I
just
just
sent
logged
me
in.
a
I
tweet about
I
it.
just logged in. Hang on. Said I didn't log in on Blue Wallet, but then I did log in.
For Moon Wallet. So Moon Wallet has LNURL.
So it says it couldn't authenticate, but then when I go, okay, then when I go back to Sats for tips, it shows me logged in. So now at this point, I just create a tips page, right?
Yeah.
Just put a Thriller Bitcoin. And then I just go create tips page.
Mhm.
There it goes. So it's Sats for tips / dash Thriller Bitcoin, Thriller
Yeah.
dash Bitcoin. And then you
So
just,
then you add a title, a description, recovery
boss.
email.
Pleb newspaper.
Yeah. So basically,
This is
I
cool,
try to
man.
keep it really simple. So all you're really doing is you're creating a page for yourself where you have a static QR code.
Okay.
And anybody can send money to that QR code.
Okay, so there you go. So Thriller Bitcoin. Yeah. Let's see
Yeah.
if
So if you send money to that QR code, it will show
Oh,
up on
okay.
your tips page.
Drop
And
it-
for the
drop it like
wallets
it's
that
hot.
support it, you
Nick?
can add a comment. Sats4.tips /
Thriller dash Bitcoin.
Thriller-Bitcoin.
So now
It's
it's
the number 4.
So now it should show on here. Is that what it's going to do?
Yeah. So if you scroll down a little bit, recent tips, that will update.
So
when
hit
somebody
recent
sends you
tips
a
here.
tips.
See if I can go there.
It'll just show up.
Oh, it'll just show up.
Yeah. Nick here is sending you a tip right now.
Boss. Let's see.
So what's cool is like if your wallet supports adding a comment to your tip, then it'll also show up on the,
Oh,
on the
cool.
actual tip.
See
So
if
you
this
can
works.
read people's comments. I'll send them to you too.
Let me hit refresh here.
Can you
Oh
there it
yeah.
is.
Love you, Car. I love the show. Oh, thanks, Nick.
Yeah, so
Look
all
at
your
that.
tips will stream there, and you got 2.
Oh wow, look at that.
And if you hit the Twitter button, you can tweet it right then and there.
So I just tweeted out right here.
It'll take
And then-
your Twitter login.
Aw,
and
dude,
it'll
that's
Tweet your
awesome,
page
man.
and
That's so cool. Dude, this is amazing. It's
You
so
can
simple.
also,
It's so novel, right? Like it's
yeah, it's very simple.
very simple. I like it.
So once
69. 69. Thanks.
once you do get some tips, then
Yeah.
you can withdraw too.
Dude, this is awesome, man. How long did it take you to fully make it?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, really? Okay,
2
so
weeks
from
of
the
hard
hackathon, then
coding.
it was 2 weeks. And then
Yeah.
you're using, what are you using, voltage, or like what's the back end look like to you? Or
The
can you
full
say-
stack is voltage,
Mhm.
which runs LND with LN bits. So LN bits is doing the counting behind the scenes. And then for the front end, I'm using Vercel, which is based off of it's Next.js, which is based off of React.
Okay.
And then they have a host that kind of pairs with their product called Vercel, which is amazing. But there's a lot of technical challenges with using Vercel because it's called serverless. So it's like there's a lot of things you don't normally get when you get with the host. But I like the challenge because it essentially means like my whole goal from the beginning was that this project was going to be sort of an example of like how does a pleb dev build on top of Lightning. So the stack that I'm using right now is essentially free. It doesn't cost me a dime,
wow.
aside from the voltage hosting. But even that, I'm trying to engineer that cost down as
Yeah.
much as possible.
Voltage hook this guy up with some free credits.
But yeah, so that's the stack. I have Mongo DB just for the account stuff, but a lot of the stuff is just through LN bits and
Yeah.
wallets.
Dude, congratulations, man. That's a feat.
Thank you. It's only the beginning too.
Yeah. What are you gonna do next?
Slot machine
Oh, you are. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, you were asking me to
for the graphics.
oh, the
yeah.
graphics, yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody's out there, Tover's gonna make a slot machine that's lightning enabled.
Yep.
Like a real slot machine. But we need some graphics for the design. Alex, if you're out there, hit me up so we can do it together. And then that way it'll look really fire.
Yeah. I wonder if I should have announced that because I don't know what legal areas I'm like walking into.
It's not going to be lightning enabled. It's going to take Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Chuck E. Cheese tokens. Well, maybe we could do a cigarette. The
That
one
is
that over there at
definitely going to
Shiners,
happen.
like that one at
Yeah.
Shiners.
Yeah. The idea is essentially to make a platform where you
Nice.
can
Some secrets.
make
That'd be
any
nice.
machine
Yeah.
lightning enabled.
Yeah, dude, that's cool,
So-
man. You're building it.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
I wish there's more devs that would be as excited as I am so we can all get in on this because it's like there's so
This guy's
much
excited.
to accomplish right now. There's
This
so
guy's
much.
excited. This
Yeah.
guy's excited over there. Michael's excited. These guys are excited over there. Everybody's excited to build right now.
Yeah.
Love it.
You're building too, man. What's going on with your projects? You got some stuff cooking.
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
the
We can't
scenes.
announce anything yet, but like, I'm actually, I can say this: Thriller Bitcoin, the zine, Nick.
Oh yeah.
It's coming.
Yes.
It's coming.
Oh, I'm
You're gonna be
looking forward
really,
to
you're gonna be
that.
really surprised. Physical print, yeah, it's coming.
I can't wait to see it.
We need to still empty, man. There's nothing on my
Yeah.
table right now.
The hard part is done. Now it's just putting the content in there. But I was gonna reach out to all my friends and see if they wanted to write the first one or help write the first one.
We need to unlock the pleb artists.
Yeah.
The
Ooh,
lit
for
devs,
sure.
Literature devs.
your wife is one.
Yeah, she wants to do some writing in Bitcoin. But a lot of the stuff to write in Bitcoin is just like news, almost politics type of stuff.
But we're
where-
talking Bitcoin here. Awesome.
Yeah, but like high signal community and like pleb profiles. I think stuff like that. is sweet.
That's what I want to do for Thriller Bitcoin, dude.
Yeah.
Come by Pleb Lab next week. Both of y'all. Okay. That'd be cool. Because I think she said last week she was going to help us with the shirts, if I remember that correctly.
Yeah, yeah. she-
Yeah. Well, tell her to come back by for that. We'll definitely use her for shirts.
Yeah, if you all do have a female viewer, it's probably
Shout out, Jana.
or the one.
Shout out to Jana. Yeah. Jana's
That's awesome. Yeah, she's amazing. I think that's all I got. Anybody else got anything I want to talk about? Nick? Yeah, you guys want to talk about it? All right, I'm gonna step out of stage. You guys come over. Don't worry, Logan. It'll be fine.
Logan's looking at you.
Come on over, Nick.
Did I even look at you? You gave me that look like, oh, this is.
Yeah, Plebs in action. Yo, so Nick here, Constantine.
How's it going?
So yeah, basically we wanted to talk about zero fee routing on my Lightning node. So I run Umbrel, and the last couple of weeks, my node's been sucking. So it hasn't really been routing everything. I have okay liquidity, but I was not able to complete a bunch of routes. So if you're not familiar with how the Lightning Network works, it's pretty much 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right? That's literally how the Lightning Network works. And I only had like 2 or 3 degrees of, I was not friends with Kevin Bacon. Like, so I was talking to Constantine, to asking him like, hey man, like, what do you
The Kevin
use?
Bacon introduction. Yeah.
Because I don't have many channels open on my node. I've got like 6 channels, like LN Big, just pretty popular ones, async. But for whatever reasons, the services I was using, I wasn't able to withdraw some fees, basically a bunch of failed payments. So I got to talking with Constantine about zero fee routing. You want to talk about that guy?
Zero fee routing is a really unique node in the Lightning Network because, like the name implies, they charge 0 fees on every channel that they have. And so you can use them in a lot of interesting ways. I quickly noticed that on my own node that I could pretty much route any channel I wanted to sort of balance off of 0 fee I could, and I could tell when my fees were either too high or too low based off of 0 fee. So for example, if I had a lot of sats routing in from 0 fee and then out to another one of my channels, then I would know my fee on that other channel is way too low.
Yeah, it's just a level set. Zero fee is a guy on Twitter who runs a routing, basically a Lightning routing service.
Yeah,
right?
so he runs now one of the biggest nodes on Lightning, all through this, rather ingenious idea that you don't need to set a fee on the amount of sats you're routing. Rather, you can just charge on inbound liquidity for the whole channel. So he sells channels through his website, zerofeerouting.com.
Which is lucrative for him because like instead of charging a routing fee at 0, he just charges for me to get inbound. So typically when you open a channel, you open it with a friend and you can only send at that point. You can't receive any money. There's no inbound liquidity. So this guy, obviously free market that Lightning is, decides to open up a routing service, but he does it differently than what everyone else does because everyone else is trying to make these routing nodes and they just try to charge routing fees, but he's just like, screw that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a race to the
fee.
bottom anyway. So
Yeah,
he just went right to the bottom.
So he's basically I don't know, Amboss has a service, but his is so simple. You just literally go to his website, you paste in your public key from your Lightning node, and then he creates a Lightning invoice and you just pay him. So I just went on Strike. I paid him like $1 or $2 to open a 2 million sat channel. So I got, what is that, like $500-600 in inbound?
It might be a hold invoice too, because I don't think it goes through until you
Yeah, it could be. But essentially for $2, I got $600 of inbound liquidity, which I was lacking severely for $2.
$2.
Yeah. I've used it a lot. Yeah. One-time fee. Yeah. And then after that, he's 0 routing fees. So if when you go through the Lightning Network and you route through his node, it's no fees. So most people charge a sat or 2, which is nothing basically. But it's a good service just to get inbound because I was lacking inbound. That's why a lot of my routes were failing. So now I have 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon now because of 0 fee routing. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, there are a couple other good ways to get inbound if you're trying to like actually run like a full-on routing node. But
which you were trying to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's still we're in a reset phase right now. I'll just say that. But it's still, I quickly realized that 0 fee made like a really strong backbone that then you could do like a triangle swap or buy off Magma
talk about that service.
Yeah,
so he brought up another service too when I was talking about I need more channels because I'm pretty much lacking channels. I've been slacking going on like PlebNet and opening a channel with a Pleb, which at that point it's awesome because you're connected to the entire graph of the Plebs.
Yeah.
But there's other places you want to connect to sometimes. So there's
Yeah.
a website. What is it?
Yeah,
lightningplus.network. is the
Lightning
website.
Network Plus. Yeah. And they're really good because they basically help coordinate triangle or square swaps. So that's, either 3 people or 3 nodes and 4 nodes. And it can go higher, but typically you're doing a triangle swap with 3 nodes. And so how it works is, let's say I want to open a 5 million sat channel. I open to, I'm node A, I open to 5 million to node B, and then node B opens 5 million to node C, and then node C opens 5 million to me, node A. And so I am locking up 5 million sats in a channel, but I'm actually getting 5 million in inbound as well. So it's like an additional 10 million in total for like the 5 million that I'm locking up. And that works really well. There's no fee whatsoever involved in that. And Lightning Network Plus just works as the coordinator. You can also do dual funded channels through them, which is like a slightly newer thing. They help coordinate. It's not Core Lightning, actually.
It's not Core Lightning has dual funding.
Okay, Core Lightning has it. I believe the implementation, last I checked on Lightning Network Plus, was using Balance of Satoshis. Dual funded channels set up through that, which is also good. I just I prefer to get the extra channel because I don't manually rebalance at all. Like a lot of people, when they start doing getting into Lightning stuff, is like they're always worried about keeping their channels perfectly balanced. Like they have to be like Thanos or something with all this. It's not true. And you're going to waste like a ton of effort and a ton of sats just trying to get like this perfect balance going. But overall, if you have, a good chunk of inbound, a good chunk of outbound, and you have sensible to low fees, you're going to be able to route, and you're going to let everyone else deal with the rebalancing stuff, and you don't have to.
Oh yeah, one thing to note, after I set up my 0 fee routing channel with him, you got to make sure you go to your node and set a fee, because if you don't set a fee, your inbound liquidity will just get drained because it's 0. Like people just use you because you're the best route because you don't.
Yeah,
charge
this
a
is like
fee.
what I was saying. You can use 0 fee routing to sort of troubleshoot your own fees across your own node, because he's like, he's the watermark of 0. And so if a lot's coming into you from him, well, you're the cheapest thing on his entire node of like thousands of channels.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's a really cool thing to compare stats against. Not all the nodes are like super psyched about what he's doing. He's got a lot of pushback from it.
It's a free market. It's a free world.
I think, maybe they're pissed off. I don't know.
Anarcho-capitalism.
Yeah, some folks like Alex Bosworth, they go for like the exact opposite strategy where they'll do a super high fee.
Yeah.
But you're like guaranteed to be able to route like even, a full Bitcoin if you wanted to for some crazy reason. But they're charging like 2,700, I think, or even more. I don't know. It was high enough that like I didn't even remember, but it's several thousand ppm compared to, my average channel would probably be in the range of like 100 to like 400.
Yeah, and you
ppm.
recommended for my fee that I set on my channel with 0 routing fee is 350 ppm.
I mean, I kind of pulled that out of my butt.
0.035%. Is that what the math is, or 0.0035?
Well, it's per thousand. Wait, per
Carmen probably
thousand.
knows.
Yeah, it's the amount per 1,000 sats. But the thing to be careful with, I just pulled that number out so it wasn't 0.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to tweak it over time. Maybe you're routing more than you want or less than you want from there. So you just bump it down.
Yeah.
Hey, you use LNDG.
And balance of Satoshi. So yeah,
balance of
I get the
Satoshi,
graphs and the charts.
But LNDG will specifically tell you, like go down by 10 sats or up by 50 sats or whatever on your fee.
Okay.
So you just let it run for a bit, and then it'll start making fee recommendations.
Maybe I'll do a recap next week to see if I made any. If anyone tried.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
This can be like
It'll be a project.
Bootstrap your Lightning routing node here.
Yeah.
Troubleshoot it.
I'm sure I'll get addicted and I'll just try to become
it's
a routing
dangerous,
node.
man.
It is
once
fun.
you start like pulling from your cold storage like over and over. I need more channels.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I got into it a little bit just because I took it as like a learning process.
Well, I've earned 3 cents on routing fees so far with my node.
There you go. You're earning Bitcoin. It's
I'm
not.
rich.
It's the important thing I think to stress. A lot of people say, "Oh, Lightning routing can be like a risk-free way to earn liquidity," compared to like all this yield farming crap that's going on with the shitcoiners. Yes,
relatively risk-free, but it's not risk-free. It is a hot wallet. You can lose funds if you do stupid stuff, if you don't have your
Yeah, if
channel
your-
backups.
Your node goes offline for
Yeah.
over
Yeah, so
2
stuff
weeks. and
can happen,
Yeah, you don't
you
have a
know?
watchtower.
Yeah, you don't want to be like, too reckless necessarily. So
I need to check my node. You guys are like,
I just
Scary.
we gotta warn the plebs, make sure they understand
Well,
before they just start opening
we
20
had a really
channels.
good hackathon project 2 weeks ago with the LN uptime. So
yeah. Well, right
Yeah.
now, when I was checking it for the sats for tips, it didn't come up. So hopefully it's just Spectrum.
Yeah, I mean, the LN uptime thing, I use that too, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
has been working. So
Oh, it
that's
has been working? That's been
I got a couple emails but I was shutting it down on purpose. So
they
like
should do,
I didn't need the
They
fault.
should do
the
a
alert,
watchtower service. Asher, if you're watching, do a watchtower service too. That'd be nice.
Well, that's also worth noting on the Lightning Network Plus, right? They do have
Oh, do they
a
have
watchtower on there.
Oh,
Are you
nice.
guys going to tap now?
I want to. That's in what month?
October?
Yeah, I mean, it's in Atlanta. Let's get a crew to go. That'd be fun.
I think we're going to go.
You want to go?
ATL.
Yeah, I think that one's fairly inexpensive too. A couple $100, right? For not more expensive than BT plus, right?
I don't know. Like we were talking at Sidwell this past week. And
Oh, the prices are going up, aren't they? Every week.
practice it today. But no, I think we might be doing something. I don't know. We'll see. But just kind of want to see what everybody else is going to do.
I'm down to go.
And hop back in.
Do you know anything about Magma?
What do I think about Mag?
Do you know anything about Magma?
I played around with it. I think I put one offer up just to play. Yeah, just to like get a feel for it.
Is that Amboss?
Magma's the Amboss marketplace.
How does that work?
You set your availability. So like let's say I have 10 million sats or say 50 million sats, and then I'm willing to cut it up to like 5 million sat channels. Then I can offer those up on the marketplace. And then I believe Amboss does like a HODL invoice, and they work as like a what's the word?
They're just like matchmakers.
Yeah, the matchmaker. So they're the what the heck's the word? Where they hold the cash while you do the
Oh, an
blanking.
escrow service.
Escrow, thank you.
They're,
The escrow.
Where's our guy?
Thank
Where's
you.
Tris? There he is. There he is.
Yeah,
There's
so they're
Tristan.
exactly. They're an escrow. So once they detect that the invoice has been paid, once they detect that the channel's been opened, then they release the payment.
Can you set constraints like you want your channel partner to have so much liquidity and like a minimum of like 3 channels
No,
open?
I don't
So it's
think
not like
so.
Lightning Plus?
I don't think so because you're selling it.
Okay.
But whereas for Lightning Network Plus, and this is a very good strategy. I don't know. It works well for me. Maybe it's not the nicest thing to do, but hey, free will. So I will, if I'm making typically the way I'll use Lightning Network Plus for the triangle swaps or whatever is I'll first look at the open applications. So I'll see who's looking for someone already. And if it's close to the amount I want to use, fine, I'll just join that as long as it's not some crappy nodes. But if there isn't, let's say I have exactly like 7 million sats or something I want to open in a channel, I'll make a new application and I will set the limitations to just right below my node. So like, let's say my node has, for sake of argument, 20 channels. I'll say, okay, you must have, or like I have 21 channels, 22 channels. I'll say, okay, anyone to join this swap must have at least 20 channels,
It's aggressive, man.
Well, it works though.
You.
I think it works. It's never taken me longer than 2 days to fill up a swap.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm still a pleb node right now. Just like
Well, hey, no, but you could-
8 channels.
you
I
can at
think.
least say like, okay, 5 channels or whatever,
I've got a channel with sats for tips.
there you go.
I think.
You're
Still there?
Am I still-
you're connected to the LSPs there.
Yeah,
Nice.
you're gonna be a huge node, man. Sats for tips. Once all the bartenders are using your app,
Yeah.
are we using Sats for tips tonight at Shiners after this?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah, let's do a launch party. Launch party for whoever's out there. Shiners after.
I need that email login. I think the plebs need email login.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're not ready for the lightning login.
yeah, and I think a lot of the stuff you were explaining, like there's tutorial videos on like BTC sessions. If you follow him on YouTube, he's very good at step by step.
Highly recommend.
If you don't even know what you're doing, like you can just follow step by step. He teaches you exactly how to do it, or just show up and ask Constantine.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, Atwood just jumped into the Telegram. He said, "Hey Remy, I get to you, Topher. How do you feel about getting all the businesses set up to accept tips with Sats for tips? We're doing another block party on Rainy Street."
Oh
Ooh.
yeah,
I
block
just
party.
don't know it.
Nice.
I have a lot of work to do.
Let's fucking go.
Run off to Shiners right away.
Get up there. Yeah, get up here. Let's talk about it.
It's exciting, man.
All right. Tag team. Tag out.
Yep, tagging out.
What are we talking about now? Whatever you want. Block party?
Yeah, getting what? Okay. All right. What are we?
Taking the day off.
Can we smoke in here? I just see this like pack of smokes on
Carson,
the
do me a
table.
favor. Tell Kyle. Carson, taking the day off.
Car's taking the day off.
You deserve it, man.
Yeah.
You've been busy. Yeah. So what's going on in the world of Bitcoin right now?
What is going on? I think we're still just. I mean, it's good fun. Yeah. I mean. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how deep into the drama we want to get. But
Drama. I hate the cancel culture. I just want to throw that out there. And Corey Clipston came close, I think, but he didn't cancel Nick. Chop his head off. All right, cancel Corey.
yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I think, opinions, either way, we're going to see a lot of heads roll this bear market. I think we've already seen a lot of cancellations. Even, there was
Well, he lost all his money on BlockFi, and he's taking
Yeah.
it on Twitter now.
yeah,
I don't care about how BlockFi is getting sold for 1% of what they're worth.
yeah. So there was some clarification on that today,
25
and
million?
well, so that was, I don't know, it might be a true rumor, but it was a rumor. And now Zach Prince had a post today where they're talking about, whatever credit facility that they now have and all this other stuff. And it seemed like there was some package deal with an option to buy up to, I forget the exact number, but it was in the hundreds of millions, but it's like an option to buy. So he was dancing around. It was a very long thread that I really didn't want to read. I read maybe 4 of the tweets. I don't know. It seemed like they're pretty wrecked. It seems like, SBF is just vulturing up all the wrecked CFI companies right now. I don't know.
Just FED in disguise.
Kind of. Yeah. He's
that dude's pretty mysterious.
actually, I don't know if I told this, but a friend of mine actually was training him when he was a Wall Street dude, and I love throwing SBF memes at him just to piss him off, But
He's built an empire.
he has. He's the king of all the shitcoiners. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it's very true. Yeah, I don't know, but look, with the Nick Carter stuff and all the CFI platforms and whatnot, it just goes back to the same stuff that like long time Bitcoiners have said forever, right? You gotta hold your own keys, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get wrecked if you don't. And maybe Nick got a little wrecked on some various investments and salty because of that. I don't know, but it's don't want to dig too deep into all the drama. I saw a lot going back and forth. It is what it is. Bear markets get spicy.
Yeah. That's why I love it.
Yes, it is
We
fun.
need the price to go lower.
It's
I'm
true.
like anti the meme where the guy's on the roller coaster
Yeah.
going up. I want it to go the opposite.
Yeah, we want
direction.
straight
I
to
want the
13.
chaos.
You want the 13?
Yeah.
Exactly. That DCA goes up, right?
It's true.
So I've had an idea of how to try to earn more sats with price dipping. I'm like, how many different careers can I pull out of my toolbox to try to earn more value in the world? Yeah. Enlivening my retirement from massage to share a couples massage workshop in Austin over the next few weeks. And I've decided just today to make it a hybrid event and offer a $69 live
Nice.
broadcast for couples everywhere.
I love it.
Nice.
The plebs are getting scrappy, trying to get more sats in the DCA.
That's how
Love to see it.
earn yield.
Exactly.
What price works, how we're getting to.
Yeah, we got a fiat mine.
Bitcoiners in town are interested. It's the 23rd, and we're going to be having
August or August?
23rd of August.
July.
Oh no, this month.
just a couple weeks, and
We're in July now officially.
Yeah.
a mansion with a beautiful facility. $333 for a couple gets you dinner, massage, private ecstatic dance with sacred plant medicine and your
Whoa.
chocolates for the cacao ceremony. So it's
Intense.
Some of the Bitcoiners in town happen to be a couple and not just a single coder by himself.
Yeah, nice. The pleb services are coming
Interesting
out.
retreat.
Love to hear it. Oh, so you just reminded me of a question. We got 4th of July coming up. You got any plans?
I have zero plans.
I have zero also. I heard Carl may be doing the Willie Nelson thing. I don't know.
Yeah, there should be. Let me check right now.
Yeah, that sounded kind of cool.
Do that on Sunday, I think.
Sounds like a very Texan way to spend it.
I've been such a workaholic that I haven't made any plans for 4th of July.
Sounds like you got a lot more work now too with the
Yeah, that's true.
with the block party.
Yeah,
This is good though.
I'm gonna have to give up all my other holidays too now. My family will learn how to deal with it.
Mi familia.
Somebody said, Tristan said that he wanted to throw a party, but
Oh yeah, party at Tristan's place.
Sweet.
took off already.
Oh, that's even better. We can plan it in his absence.
Excellent.
Got a YouTube comment.
We're on YouTube.
I've link dropped stats for tips to some fanfic writers as a way to anonymously fill some reader requests and get paid.
Nice. Yeah, I was
getting out
wondering
there.
if Sats for Tips would be a way to like launder money
Probably not
because it's like it's custodial. So if you're sending money to your account on Sats for Tips, I mean you have the ability to deposit and withdraw.
Hey, Nick Carter's not right.
So like how would anybody be able to track where the money's coming in and where it's going out necessarily?
But would that be significantly different than if you're sending to your own wallet?
I don't know. I'm just curious. Like what are like these unintended consequences of having my own?
I'm sure you'll find them
service
out
now?
very quickly. Yeah.
So you should
At the
be
block
chain
party.
surveilling
Yeah, there's still
your
tickets
users.
available.
Nice.
Come and take it right now.
Yeah.
I do no surveillance whatsoever. I have
That's
no
good.
idea what's going on.
Oh, that was actually interesting. Back for a second to the zero fee routing thing. He was attacked many times because they're like, okay, well, if he's not earning fees, he must be doing surveillance on all the data coming through because he's got tons of channels. I don't believe that necessarily, but it is one possible, I don't know. It's one popular attack against that vector. What do you think about that?
I mean, he's earning money on selling liquidity.
So but there was a period for like the first 4 or 5 months of him running that he wasn't earning anything. So he only recently just monetized. He does liquidity ads and then he has his own site as well. Yeah. He's also, for anyone who's like super interested in all that lightning routing stuff, he has done a few podcasts. I believe I'm going to butcher this, but I think it was one with Stefan Livera, I think, with zero fee routing. Yeah, he's a NIM. Yeah, he's definitely a NIM. But, good for him.
well,
Yeah, and he's running it all off old ThinkPad. So seems to be working really well for him. Yeah.
one of the questions I was going to ask is like, what do you think are some of the legitimate ways to earn sats off of your sats? Like if you wanted
there aren't
to
many. I mean, that's
quote
a,
unquote stake your funds somewhere.
yeah. They're extremely few, and I think we're gonna have to like really reevaluate the need for yield when you're dealing with an asset like Bitcoin that is not inflationary or is a fixed inflation amount. You have lines from famous investors, like I think it was Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, who's like, oh, my dollars are like soldiers and they need to go out there and like bring the treasure back and all this crap. Something like that. He had some metaphor like that. Yeah. And so
Sounds like a
that
mobile game.
model,
Like Clash of
yeah, if you
Clans or
follow that
something.
model of like your money has to be working all the time, that might work in like an inflationary system, but it can't work when you have a limited supply with Bitcoin. It just doesn't work that way. And so you're gonna go too far out the risk curve, like we see happening with Voyager was the most recent one. I didn't really even know what they were, but apparently they're like a very big CeFi trading platform, desk, whatever. They paused their withdrawals today.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is big news.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They were kind of like on the cusp, and now it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, no more deposits and no more withdrawals. So that's what happens, right? You
another
follow
domino.
some ads from some of the more popular, even Bitcoiner podcasts that are shilling certain services that promise yield, and you
I feel
get
like
wrecked.
you're alluding to a certain someone.
There are a couple someones. I don't think we need to like name names or whatever, but yeah. I'm curious to see if we'll see
his
any.
last name rhymes with a popular brand of spices in the grocery store.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I was listening to I think an episode of his from like last week, right? And this is like after like all the drama's already started, and he still had a Compass ad and a BlockFi ad. I'm like, I think he switched to pushing the BlockFi credit card specifically, and I don't know if that was like it had always been that way or. Yeah. Look, I have no problem with the ads themselves.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Voltage. But
Because you guys remember were you guys here when they had the Stacy and Max,
nah.
the Eat Fuck Elon thing?
Oh, yeah.
So that was last year. There was a guy who I was sitting next to. He was talking about BlockFi. He's like, yeah, I can't wait for the credit card. He invested like his whole, like he had just retired, all his
Oh no!
savings. He put
Like
into
everything?
BlockFi.
So
He was talking about the credit card, and I remember telling him, I was like, yeah, man, I wouldn't do that.
yeah, it's a trap.
But he was talking about that particular person, the
Yes,
one that
a lot of well-intentioned plebs who thought they could trust these services have now been in a lot of shit. I think the Compass stuff too is particularly nasty. It's like a new iteration of cloud mining, essentially, where if you don't control the machine, anything can happen. Like we saw what happened when they shut down the Russian facility, and now they're not paying bills on facilities here. And there are a lot of people who are otherwise very careful about taking cold storage of their coins and being good stewards of their Bitcoin, and now they trusted a service, and you're fighting to get your miners back when these facilities are being taken over by the landlords because the Compass hasn't paid their electricity bills. It's just, maybe that'll happen, maybe not, I don't know, but it's a sketchy situation to be in.
I'm glad that like it seems that Bitcoiners in general, like we're all very unapologetic and honest about like these issues even within our own community. Yeah, for sure. Like we're open to talk about this stuff. It's like we're not worried about, oh, this is going to be a smear on Bitcoin and the price might go down, so we should just like shut up and pretend everything's going fancy.
I'm not trying to stick up for him, but when I started working with TFTC last year, right around November, it's like when Marty and Matt were like, hey, what do you think about Compass? I was like, you really asking me that? And then like that's when they got rid of them.
No, I definitely give them props. They were some of the only folks to like actually do that, to step up. And
I remember them having that conversation prior.
That was before Russia. That was before any of that stuff.
I don't even think they're nefarious though. Like I don't think Compass is necessarily trying to be nefarious.
No, I don't think it's nefarious. I just think they
bad business
are.
model.
Yeah, they have a very bad business model, and they're just very strong marketing budgets and not enough focus on actually delivering on the promises they've already made. They just want to try to get more fresh money in the door. It's one of the growth VC Silicon Valley focused startup styles instead of some more sustainable startups like Unchained Capital. Thank you very much for hosting.
Shout out to Unchained.
Yeah. But there are several solid businesses.
My comment was just, I didn't think that they were like, to your point, nefarious or like.
No.
Out over their skis.
Exactly.
So many contracts.
But at the end of the day, probably not nefarious. I agree. It's just
They had bad risk management.
they had bad risk management, and the one thing that if I could pointedly fault them for anything, it's once they already had several known clusterfucks to deal with, they never stopped taking in more cash. It started last year, and then they had the Russia thing.
Having the problems.
Yeah. So they've had consistent issues, but they've never stopped the advertising. They never stopped taking new orders for miners. And that's where you can start to fault them. Yes. Yeah. So, hopefully a bunch of these companies will be wiped off faces of the planet. Not necessarily talking about Compass, but just a lot of the companies that are in distress
Nuked
on
from
the
orbit.
DeFi side right now. Yeah, and people can learn. Stronger, smarter plebs will pick up the cheap sats that are dropped from these companies, and they're ultimately those sats are going to better homes. So exactly. And so we just need to focus on our fiat mining to buy those dips.
It's kind of one of those things where like free market. Nick just said it right now. It's kind of like all these guys are like chilling through the bull run, and they're talking about all their gains. And now the plebs have come out to feast.
Exactly.
So we're gonna pick up some cheap S9 miners, maybe some
Oh, yeah.
S19s if you got a house and you can handle the noise. And
I'm just waiting for those miners to hit eBay, baby.
yeah.
How cheap do you think we're gonna go on those miners? There's gonna
I
be some
think-
big liquidations.
I mean, I think easily. Is it already under 10K?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like
It's
six.
we're at 6.
Yeah,
For
5 to 6.
S19.
Yep. Yeah, no, I saw some big orders. It was like 3,000 quantity, but yeah,
That's
I think
really
we'll see about
interesting.
4K.
We were at 18,000 for an S19 through Compass, like 6 months ago.
Oh, that's Compass,
Yeah,
but
I remember
yeah,
saying that.
that's
But
insane.
around that
For
time,
one?
they were the only ones that had any kind of stock.
They-
BT's been sold out.
What if I told you they didn't actually have stock?
Well, they had stock.
Got a
They had
showtime. Got a showtime. What if I told you they actually have stuff?
Yeah. So, I'm excited to see what happens.
I am. I'm very excited too.
yeah.
I think like even with all of these companies folding, there's like so many hungry people on the sidelines just waiting to gobble.
There's
them
gonna be a
up.
lot of opportunity to build new stuff, to pick up cheap sats.
$1,999 in S19.
Wow. So we're under 4K for an S19.
How much lower can it go?
Let's find out.
An S9 for $139.
Whoa.
Now is a good time to get into immersion mining.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, get your new mining setup going.
Immersion is really cool. Like I'd love to learn
Yeah.
more about that.
The water heater one from the guy on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Dude, like, get like 3
Miner in every home.
like, keep burning them because of crowd.
This is how the innovation starts, right? You get cheap miners and you just start playing around with them.
That's true.
Love to see it.
It's gonna be a lot of innovation going on right now. These
I
cheap
think
prices.
so. I think so. Sats for tips, definitely deep in there.
All right, we got to
All right.
end the show on
Yeah,
a,
that's-
on a
that's
good
about
high
it.
note.
Want me to show that, or you guys want to show that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're a very appropriate person to show voltage.
Oh yeah,
Right.
no, voltage is amazing.
Yeah.
So they just upgraded to LND. Was it beta 15?
Yeah, the 0.
which has all the new Taproot stuff. And they like fixed like a issue with like their database.
Yeah,
which
the
I
database bloat
feel
thing.
like Tony might have had a hand in.
Yeah, that was a big issue. That database issue is the exact issue why zero fee routing changed from LND over to Core Lightning. So I think a lot of plebs are super happy that update is there.
Does it mean they're gonna put forth- they're gonna have-
No, there's a fix in LND that was causing a lot of issues for LND people, and Voltage was kind enough to get that upgrade super fast.
Yeah, they put it
I'm
out
running
right
on my
away.
node; they don't have it yet, so get up on that my node. Like catch up with Voltage, catch up with Umbral. Yeah, Umbral
Yeah.
has it. Yeah,
They just upgraded LN bits too, and I think it fixed a number of things.
awesome. So it seems
I
like
have
they're
problems with.
keeping the Voltage nodes up to date. That's
Oh
good.
yeah, no, they're on top of it.
I feel like every time I talk to somebody from Voltage, they're just like, they're on point, bro.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
meeting the guys when they're in town. They're for the hackathon. Yeah.
They host Bitcoin nodes too. You hit them up.
Yeah.
They'll set up.
Awesome. So yeah,
Bitcoin
hit up
node for you.
Voltage for all your node hosting needs. All right. Thanks, guys. Guess that's
Right
gonna
on.
do it.
You guys